Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2024 general reading. We're looking roughly at the first couple of weeks of August, the first half of August 2024. And this reading is for our lovely lions, the fire sign of Leo. As always, thanks for being here. It's a great blessing to be able to do this. You're part of that blessing. Thank you so much. So, Leo, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Leo, however it resonates for you, this video is for you. If you're a cross-watcher and cross-watching for Leo, this video is also relevant. If you know any or all of your sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, watch those videos as well for additional insight and perspective. It's a general reading, so it may resonate a little differently for everyone. But if it does resonate with you, if it really does hit home and you'd like to pull the curtain back on it and take a deeper look at something going on in your life personally, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking on the description of this video. I can usually get back to you the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I offer a lot of different choices for readings in all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, costs, spreads. There's something in there for everyone, and I'd be just delighted to hear from you, so email me if you're interested. All right, let's move right into this reading, first half of August 2024 for Leo. For those of you who'd like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, both decks by Ciro Marchetti. Okay, Leo, we begin with the Three of Cups. Social energy, your tribe, your friends, your community, celebrations perhaps, with the Four of Cups. An offer or opportunity, but feeling rather reluctant or resistant. It may be that, the Four of Cups often reminds us to be grateful for the little things in our life. It can represent feeling kind of stuck, feeling maybe a bit lazy, a bit apathetic, but it's also a card about feeling grateful for the little things in our life. It can also represent that this might be a time where you may be receiving an unexpected gift or gifts, offers or opportunities from your friends, your close supporters, or your community. Next, we have the Eight of Swords, also a card about feeling stuck. There's kind of a strong sense here about feeling stuck, but feeling stuck because of self-limiting beliefs. Some of you may feel like you've gotten yourself into a situation or find yourself in a situation that you can't free yourself from or you can't make any changes to because you feel the external challenges might be too great. However, swords, the suit of swords is governed by the element of air, which governs this, our mind, our intellectual landscape, which is our belief system, our ideologies, how we perceive things, because that determines what we tell ourselves reality is and how we react to that reality. Here, some of you may be saying, yeah, I want to do this. I want to get out of this situation. I want to change. I want to take maybe an offer, an opportunity, or accept something. But there's all these challenges in the way. And it's not to invalidate those challenges. They may be quite valid. But the Eight of Swords is being trapped and held back by your own self-limiting beliefs. With that, we have the Empress. The Empress is a card that encourages us to embrace our creativity and inspiration, abundance. It's a card about taking care of ourselves, even in some indulgent ways. It can be a card that represents fertility, mother issues. Next, we have the Moon. It's a card. The Moon is a card about embracing the unknown and not being afraid of again, kind of self-limiting beliefs. I mean, things look very different under the light of the moon than they do under the light of the sun, right? Under the light of the sun, everything's clear, but under the light of the moon, there's a lot of shadows and hidden corners and nooks, right? So some of you may be going through a period of confusion, a lack of clarity. Things may not be always what they seem, but the moon encourages us to dive deeper, to trust our intuition, to embrace the unknown and move forward in trust and faith. With that, we have the Six of Coins. It's a card about giving and receiving and the balance of giving and receiving. Is it fair? Is it equitable? Is it even? From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Five of Wands. The overall energy represents, kind of the subject matter for you, Leo, in the first half of August, or, where your primary energy is focused in. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict. Internal conflict, maybe conflict within yourself. It might be a card of conflict with other people. It sometimes represents petty drama, competition, fighting over the same thing over and over again, whether it's with others or within yourself or a combination of both, over and over and over again. Not coming to any conclusions or any solutions. It may be because you're focused on the wrong thing. There's kind of a sense here, Leo. There's a few things I'm picking up here. That some of you, that you're feeling stuck, that you're feeling like you're in a situation which is not satisfying or fulfilling for you. But, always that but, right? But there's a certain aspect of it that comes from your own self-limitations. It feels like there is an offer or opportunity here to get out of that space. It looks like it involves other people. And again, this is a general reading, so how this resonates in the small details is going to vary because every one of you is unique and individual, and your lives are unique and individual. It may be that friends or your community, your support system is offering you something that you feel hesitant to take because it requires, some of you it may require change and you're hesitant to make a change. The Four of Cups is a card about feeling stuck, but feeling apathetic about that. You might be afraid to leave it, right? It might be an actual gift or money or something of that sort, but you're afraid. There's a sense of fear here. We're going to peel it back just a little bit. Feeling stuck. But also a strong message here, Leo, about, and this is directly from Spirit, from the universe, about needing to trust, needing to use a bit of your own faith and your own intuition to move forward in something, even if the way is not entirely clear. It may be that some of you are hesitant or afraid to accept something from someone else or other people because you're afraid. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve it, or you're not worthy in some way, or maybe you feel like you can't reciprocate in full. There's quite a strong theme here about trusting in it and moving forward anyway. So let's peel it back a little bit. Let's take a look at that overall energy of the Five of Wands, conflict. What's this conflict about? It's quite clear that there's something new, an offer or an opportunity coming towards you. Whether that's an actual physical offering or gift, be it a practical one or an offer of help or an offer of a different kind, an opportunity of a different kind. We have, clarifying that conflictive card of the Five of Wands, we have the Lovers, the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So this is what the conflict is about. The Lovers is a card that represents relationship, a strong, connected, karmic relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean it's good or a healthy one, but the Lovers often represents a relationship at a crossroads, a choice that needs to be made. And the choice might be about the relationship, meaning for some of you, this might resonate as an actual, love or romantic relationship reading. So the decision might be about the relationship. Do we move forward together? Do we go our separate ways? It's a significant decision. For some of you, it might be that the choice, the offer, the opportunity, the decision is in another area of life, but it's one that's going to impact a relationship, because this is a relationship at a crossroads. There's a choice that's going to affect that. Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands tends numerically represent endings, a cycle coming full circle. And this is, a heavy weight. Some of you have been carrying a heavy weight. Something needs to be let go of. This is a card of being at the end of your rope, feeling overwhelmed. Something has to give here. It may be that some of you are considering ending a relationship. It may be that some of you are in a third-party situation, which is sometimes what the Lovers represents. We do have this Ace of Cups. So aces are the number one, of course. So this is a new beginning, a new offer or opportunity to start down a new path of emotional fulfillment. It is sometimes new love and romance. Some of you may be in a third-party relationship. You may be in a relationship with someone that you've been in for quite some time. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not good. Maybe there's another person there, another offer or opportunity to move forward with someone else. Some of you, it may be that you're involved in a relationship and there's nothing particularly wrong with the relationship, but there's in another area of life, could be work, job, career, there's an offer or opportunity to let go of something, because it's quite clear that a lot of you are feeling stuck. You're in a situation that you're not happy with, a relationship, a job, work, something like that. And you want out of it. You want a new, fresh start. There's an opportunity coming in, but there's hesitancy in doing that. It may be because the change would be significant or profound for you, for another person, for a relationship. Let's take a look at that Three of Cups, Five of Cups. There's definitely a support system here. Whether the offer or opportunity is coming directly from someone in your support system or your tribe or your social community, or whether for some of you, they may just be here to help support you through this. There's a sense of you're not being sure. For those of you who have a new love or romance offer or opportunity, it may be coming from within your own circle of friends, people you know, or your own community. Again, we have the Four of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune and Strength. So the Wheel of Fortune is change, right? It's like the Tower and death. The Wheel of Fortune represents divine timing and orchestration, which we have zero control over, right? Now, in the upright position, it does imply often that the offer or opportunity here looks quite beautiful. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune represents that whatever the change is coming in, it's in your best interest to take it. It's divine timing and orchestration. God's fingerprint, as I like to call this, the finger of God here with the Wheel of Fortune. It's divine timing and orchestration. But it does present challenges, and those challenges will require strength. Strength is, this is your card. Look at this beautiful lion on there, Leo. Strength is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. And sometimes you hear the phrase wrestling with our shadow self, which is just an interesting, a psychologically phrased way of saying, the situation that we find ourselves trapped in, we also bear some of the responsibility for that, and we have to accept that as well. I'm in a situation, I feel stuck, but also there's reluctance or resistance to making a change to get ourselves out of it, because You know, we often have this better the devil we know than the one we don't, right? So it's going to require facing up to some things and being brave and being courageous to move through this. Whatever the offer or opportunity is, it's divine timing and orchestration, which doesn't, free will, free agency, as I often say. You can say no to it. Just because Spirit drops something in front of you or brings you an offer or opportunity, you can say yes, you can say no. But the fact that it's showing up as divine timing means that Spirit wants this change for you. And there's a kind of a strong sense of advice here in this reading about embracing it, even though there's a lot about it that you're unsure of or uncertain of. 8 of Swords and the Empress. I think part of it has to do with relationship or relationships here. Again, it might be making the choice to make a decision to take on something new that's going to require perhaps breaking up with someone or causing some kind of separation or conflict with somebody else. 8 of Swords and the Empress. The 2 of Cups. Our traditional soulmate, kindred spirit, best friend, friends that evolve sometimes into romance, doesn't necessarily represent a love-romance connection. It is a karmic connection. But with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups both in this same reading, for a lot of you, again, it's either about a relationship or it's a choice that leads to a change that's going to significantly impact the relationship. And you feel trapped by that, or you feel stuck because of that. Particularly those of you for whom this might be a third-party situation. Judgment. You know, in the reading with the Wheel of Fortune, Leo, judgment is a call to action and a call to answer for your actions, because that's what judgment means, right? It means you're called to answer for your actions, your choices, not what you thought or wished or hoped, but what you actually do. You're being called to make a decision here. There's something being presented to you by Spirit. What are you going to do? Because whatever you choose, you're responsible for that choice, right? The 5 of Pentacles and the World. The World is the last major arcana card in the tarot. The first major arcana card is the Fool. All the cards in between there, all the suits, all the court cards, are about different phases we go through in our life. One cycle of the tarot represents a phase, an aspect of our life. We go through many of these cycles in our life, right? So the World is the last one. This is kind of like, moving out of home or graduating college or getting your first job or getting married or getting divorced, or, it talks about a chapter or set of chapters in your life that have been significant coming to an end so that you can move on and start something new, right? So again, this would be a major change, a major significant change. The 5 of Pentacles, it's temporary, it's transitional, but this is a card which can represent feeling a sense of insufficiency and lack. Feeling like you're on the outside. Now, for some of you, it may be that you're afraid, one of the things that's holding you back, in this 8 of Swords, because this 8 of Swords says, I can't because of this, because of that, because of the other thing. All the reasons, excuses, and justifications we give ourselves for not doing something because we're afraid of the consequences. We're afraid of the change. So we say, I can't because of all of these things, and it keeps us stuck. But it's also the known, right? And I think part of what you're afraid of is this major change, a major ending, not having the full itinerary of what lies ahead. It may be that you feel unworthy, undeserving. It may be that you feel other people are going to shun you for it, or that it's going to shut somebody else out as well and cause further conflict, because obviously there's, relationship central here. But the 8 of Swords and the Empress in and of itself, there's advice running through all of this about embracing the unknown and making sure to take care of yourself during this process, to give and to receive as well. The Moon and the Six of Coins. It's like you're afraid to accept something. You're afraid to accept help. You're afraid to accept an offer. You're afraid to accept a gift. You're afraid to accept a new person. You're afraid of leaving where you are, what you've been involved in, even though it is not your joy and fulfillment, but it's familiar to you. There's a strong, strong sense here of embracing the unknown and walking forward in faith. We have the High Priestess clarifying the Moon and the Six of Coins. The High Priestess is very similar to the Moon, both major arcana cards, right? The High Priestess is about trusting your intuition, going within. Things are not always what they seem with the Moon card, because the Moon card can exacerbate hidden fears. That lack of clarity can exacerbate hidden fears, right? For example, you've got a gnarly old tree in the corner of your backyard, right? And you know what it is under the light of the sun, right? It's clear what it is. But under the light of the moon, with the darkness, with the shadows and hidden corners, it can look like a monster or a bear or something of that sort, right? And you allow that to kind of overtake your mind without taking a look at, I know what this is, and kind of going a little deeper. And the High Priestess is about trusting that intuition, paying attention to spirit, going within. But it's also a card based on faith, like the Moon is. It's about walking forward in faith and not allowing those hidden fears become exaggerated in your mind and keep you in this stuck place. Again, we have the Three of Cups. Relationships and other people and support seems to be key here. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. The Page of Cups encourages us to be like the Page of Cups, the Page of Water, the Page of Emotion, open, emotionally vulnerable, willing to kind of embrace that. I mean, pages have that childlike, enthusiastic, oh, let's go check this out. Whereas the cynical, jaded adult might be like, yeah, but there could be this and there could be that. It's safer if I just stay here. And the Page of Cups encourages us to be emotionally open and emotionally vulnerable, wise, but still staying open. The Nine of Cups is your wish granted, wish fulfillment. This is kind of like, there's one message from Spirit in this, Leo. It's, I know it's scary. I know it's going to require a major ending and a brand new beginning, and you don't have the full roadmap for it. But I'm bringing this to you because it is your joy and fulfillment. So even though you can't see more than a step or two ahead, move forward anyway. So let's end with some advice, guidance from Spirit. I'm not laughing at you, Leo. Well, kind of, but not in a bad way. We have the Moon again and the Fool. Remember I said the World was the last major arcana card in the tarot? We come to the end of a chapter or a set of chapters that have been significant, but it's done now and it's time to move on to the Fool, a brand new beginning, which is why the Fool has the 0 on his card. Spirit is advocating for this change, strongly advocating for this change. Yes, there's a lot that you can't see, and some of the things that you can't see all that well exaggerate deep-seated fears, but don't let that stop you. Spirit is strongly advocating for change, this change, moving forward, taking a leap of faith. That's what the Fool is about. The Fool doesn't walk paths he's walked before, right? This is about stepping off the beaten path, stepping out into the unknown, taking a leap of faith, and trusting. Death, endings, and transformations. I mean, it's pretty clear here, Spirit, it's pretty clear here, Leo, that what Spirit is advocating. Right? I think a lot of you are feeling very stuck, but feeling that natural and understandable fear of moving forward on a new path, on this new beginning, because it requires major change, closing the door on perhaps other people, places, relationships, situations, and it's scary. But Spirit is saying, do it anyway. So I'm going to leave it there, Leo. Those are your messages for the first half of August 2024. I hope that they were helpful and useful for those of you for whom they resonated. Again, if they did resonate, if you'd like to peel it back and take a deeper look at this, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Again, you can click on the description of this video to see that contact information. I'll see you all again in a couple of weeks for the August mid-month readings. I do post every couple of weeks. Until then, stay safe and well. I hope to see you back here again soon, and I hope to hear from some of you in the meantime. Take care. Bye-bye.